Crush, 2013. A promising high school soccer player, Scott, Lucas Till, injures his knee in a game and doctors say it might take up to 2 years for his knee to heal. His father is against his playing soccer and wishes that he takes rest until he recovers completely. Later, after 6 months, Jules, Sarah Bulger, likes him, but Scott is fixated on recovering his physical condition and considers her his best friend. Bess, Crystal Reed, a girl studying in Scott's high school, has a crush on Scott, and works in a store owned by David, Lee Hwan Nell, with her mature colleague Andy, Katrina Balfe. Bess keeps sending love letters to Scott, but Scott doesn't realize who has sent them and ignores them. Later, Ms. Brown, Camille Guadi, Scott's teacher, favors him by giving higher grades than he deserves and asks him to call her regarding a novel. Bess, who hears the conversation, asks Scott whether he will call her and remarks that Scott is someone special, leading him to suspect that Bess is his secret admirer. Ms. Brown is later attacked at a park while jogging. However, the attacker is not revealed. Later, when Scott is stalked by a mysterious person that threatens Jules, he believes that Bess is responsible for the weird situations. Things begin to get worse and worse as the stalker takes extreme measures that humiliate Jules, among others. During a party at a friend's place, someone attempts to suffocate Jules with a pillow while she is asleep. Jules pretends to be unconscious and escapes from the incident. Scared, she informs Scott, who is also present at the party. Scott assumes that Bess is responsible for the attack and he escorts Jules to her house. While returning home, he encounters Andy, who accidentally crashes her bicycle with Scott's car and is injured. Scott offers to take her to the hospital, but she turns down the offer but accepts it when Scott offers to give her a ride home. While Scott is at Andy's house, he is attacked by her and is knocked unconscious, revealing that it was Andy who was the stalker all the time, and not Bess. Andy holds Scott captive in her basement. David visits Andy's house and expresses his feelings for her, which she rejects and then kills David. Scott attacks Andy at a suitable opportunity and tries to escape from the basement. Bess accidentally visits Andy's house and sees Scott and a deceased David. However, Andy attacks both of them, and Jeffrey, a guy who has a crush on Bess and followed her there, comes to their rescue. Finally, the cops arrive and Andy is admitted to a mental asylum where she reveals that she had been stalking boys since her childhood and killed a lot of them. Finally, Bess dates Jeffrey, and Scott reconciles with Jules. He reciprocates her feelings and they kiss. Writing for FBA.net, Scott Weinberg praised the acting of the 3 leads but criticized the film's paper-thin premise and script for being derivative, pointing out Malhai's previous work on 2011's The Roommate, and said even putting aside the casual plagiarism in Malhai's screenplays, there's nothing here in the way of character, suspense, intensity, or surprises. It's just someone telling the same old story with slightly different character. 3. Ian Setinsky of Culture Crypt gave the film a score of 45/100 and judged, "The young cast is attractive, the production is well put together, and the twist, however absurd, might be genuinely shocking and entertaining to some. But this is a movie about a crush. And buying into the thin motivations behind this obsession requires a level of crazy reserved exclusively for the characters in this movie." 4. John Strand of Best Horror Movies awarded the film 2.5/5 freak heads, the site's rating system, and concluded the film is a neat little thriller that will appeal to teens and young adults who are not interested in scares and gore, but like a fairly executed, albeit predictable, storyline.